Hey everybody, this is Chad, and in this video I'm just going to describe the anatomy of an ad as it's being shown to you on APO ads. So hopefully by now anybody who's listening to this video has been to APO ads and has maybe perused some of the ads that were for sale and things like that on there. So what does it take to actually show you that ad? You know, all the data for all this stuff is obviously stored in a database, and then there's an intermediate web server, and then there's your web browser. So what I'm going to do is show you what it takes for me to get that data and then present it to you. And this is for mostly for anybody who's interested in just sort of kind of learning like what it is that APO Ads is doing to show you an ad. It's not intended for programmers to learn how to access the database and use ASP.NET MVC or anything like that. This is just informational, and it's not a tutorial. So right now I'm on the ad controller, and this actually is what does the work of reaching out to the database, getting the data, and then putting it in a place to present to your web browser. So when you're looking at an ad, it actually runs the show action result, and you know, it basically says, hey, let me go to the database and get the first ad by its ID, which you actually supply this when you click on a link in the APO ads list, and then a few other things. You know, if you're authenticated, it'll make sure that it knows you're the owner, and you know, add a increment to the counter and decide how to show you the ad based on the status of the ad, whether it's sold already or expired maybe, and then you end up it ends up pushing the data into something like this. This is called a view. This is the show view. And basically it takes the data and it plugs it into little key places in the HTML code to tell your browser how to lay out an ad. So for example, this basically asks if you're the owner of this ad and it wants to show you this is your ad posted on, and this is a variable here. This is actually the date that that ad was entered, and then it formats it in this way. And then it goes on to do other things like this is the left column. It'll say if you've got a photo, put it there. If you got 2 or 3 photos, it puts it there. And on the right side is where all those buttons are. You know, like if you're the owner, it says edit. If you're not the owner, it says contact, among other things. And then further down, you actually get the content of the ad. That's like the body that you've typed, and so on. So that's the layout stuff. And then there's more code over here for telling your browser how to style it. So when we go in there and we're looking at the ad title, the H1 tag is the, well, I'll show you later. This is the title of your ad, basically. And it just says, hey, font weight is 700. That's bold, basically. Tells it to be bold. And there's actually H1 styling information in other style sheets that tells us some other things. But just real quick, that's the code that's behind this. It's approximately 700 or 800 lines of code right now just to show you an ad, and that's including HTML, database access, everything. So let me just show you what it looks like. And this is obviously on my development side. This is not how it's going to look necessarily when it's released, but this is what I've got so far, and you can see that it says this is your ad posted on Saturday, June 19th, 2010. So I fed it the date that the ad was entered, and it formatted it in this way to make it more friendly to read. And it knows you're the owner, so it says this is your ad, and edit this ad is a button there. But if you log out and go back to the same one, or even any ad really, but you notice it says contact this seller. Because I'm not the owner anymore, I'm not logged in, it can't tell that I'm the owner. So it says that this ad was by Chad on Saturday, June 19th, 2010. So that's just a little bit of the anatomy of an ad. There's quite a bit that goes on, but expect to see this change quite a bit in the future, because I'm going to be integrating APO ads very tightly with Facebook and making it mobile friendly, among other things. So if you found this interesting and you'd like to hear more, just let me know, and I'll make more as you want. Take care.